John, a 28-year-old drone enthusiast with a passion for adventure, never imagined that his latest outing would lead to a discovery that would alter his life forever. Flying his drone over an unexplored mountainous region, he stumbled upon something extraordinary: a small, mysterious door embedded in the rocky summit of a nearby mountain. Intrigued and unable to resist the pull of curiosity, he decided to investigate further, setting the stage for an adventure that would test his courage, resourcefulness, and determination. What started as a routine drone flight on a sunny afternoon quickly turned into something far more mysterious. The tranquil mountain range provided breathtaking views, and John's drone soared gracefully through the crisp air, capturing stunning footage. Then something unusual caught his eye: a small, unassuming door nestled at the peak of one of the highest mountains. The sight of the door stirred a mix of curiosity and disbelief. Who could have placed it there, and why? These questions tugged at his mind. Despite a growing sense of unease, John felt compelled to uncover the truth. He knew this was no ordinary find; it was a mystery begging to be solved. Determined to see it up close, he decided to make the journey himself. John was no stranger to adventure, having spent countless weekends exploring rugged terrains and capturing breathtaking drone photographs. He prided himself on being prepared, always carrying essential gear for hiking and climbing. Packing his equipment, he set out with just a few hours of daylight remaining, knowing he had to move quickly if he wanted to reach the summit and make it back before nightfall. The climb was grueling. The steep, rocky terrain tested his endurance, and the blazing afternoon sun added to the challenge. As he ascended, doubts began to creep in. Would he have enough time to make it back down before dark? The thought of navigating the treacherous descent at night filled him with trepidation, but his curiosity spurred him on. After hours of climbing, he finally reached the peak. The sight of the mysterious door was both surreal and exhilarating. It was small and weathered, its frame embedded in the rocky surface, as if guarding secrets long forgotten. John stood there for a moment, catching his breath and marveling at the strangeness of it all. He couldn't shake the feeling that this discovery was significant. With a mix of excitement and apprehension, he pushed open the creaking door. The hinges groaned under the strain, revealing a pitch-black tunnel beyond. The air inside was cool and heavy, carrying an unidentifiable scent that sent shivers down his spine. John switched on his flashlight and stepped inside, illuminating walls covered in ancient, cryptic markings. They looked familiar, but he couldn't immediately place where he had seen them before. As he ventured deeper into the tunnel, an unsettling feeling grew in the pit of his stomach. The silence was deafening, broken only by the sound of his footsteps echoing against the stone walls. The markings on the walls seemed to pulse with an energy he couldn't explain. And suddenly, it hit him: he had read about these symbols in a book on ancient civilizations. The realization sent a jolt of fear through him. These were no ordinary carvings; they were warnings meant to keep intruders away. Panic set in as he understood the gravity of his situation. He had stumbled upon something that was never meant to be found. The tunnel's darkness seemed to close in around him, and the oppressive silence was broken by an eerie sound, a whisper. Faint but unmistakable. John froze, his heart pounding. Was he truly alone in this place? Summoning his courage, he convinced himself it was just the wind slipping through cracks in the door. But the unease lingered as he quickly retraced his steps. The way back to the entrance seemed longer and more treacherous than he remembered. Loose rocks shifted under his feet, and every shadow seemed to move with a life of its own. Finally reaching the door, he emerged into the fading light of dusk. The sun was setting, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple. Realizing the peril of climbing down in darkness, John devised a plan. He wrote a note explaining his situation, attached it to his drone, and sent it flying toward the nearest town, hoping someone would find it and send help. The descent was harrowing. Exhaustion weighed on him, and the fear of slipping on the unstable terrain was constant. His heart sank as the light faded further, leaving him with only the beam of his flashlight to guide the way. Every sound seemed amplified in the stillness of the night, heightening his anxiety. After what felt like an eternity, he heard voices calling out in the darkness. Relief flooded him as he realized his drone had succeeded in summoning a rescue team. They helped him navigate the remaining distance safely, and by the time he reached solid ground, exhaustion had taken over. He was grateful to be alive. Back home, John couldn't stop thinking about the markings in the tunnel. After a much-needed rest, he uploaded the photographs to his computer for closer examination. What he saw confirmed his suspicions. The symbols were relics of an ancient, long-lost civilization. His discovery was both groundbreaking and chilling, raising more questions than answers. Experts were quick to recognize the significance of his find. Archaeologists and historians speculated about the purpose of the markings and the origins of the mysterious door. Some suggested it might have been a ceremonial site, while others believed it could have been a secret passage to an ancient settlement. John's photographs became a valuable resource, earning him recognition and even a reward for his contribution to historical research. Despite the accolades, John remained haunted by the experience. The whispers in the darkness and the overwhelming sense of foreboding left an indelible mark on him. He had uncovered something extraordinary, but he couldn't shake the feeling that some mysteries are better left undisturbed. His adventure served as a stark reminder of the unknown lurking just beyond the edges of human understanding, a reminder that even in an age of exploration, the world still holds secrets that defy explanation.